The electric vehicle market can be compared to Formula One, where car makers invest hugely in a high-stakes race to leave their rivals trailing in the dust. And now, the latest contender to join the race is Honda, which has so far been slow to embrace the technology. Last week, the Japanese carmaker said it will build a massive new electric vehicle battery and car assembly plant in Canada worth around $11 billion.
In this way, we will establish a stable supply system for EV batteries and make our EVs more cost competitive. We expected our total investment to be 15 billion Canadian dollars.
The decision marks the largest automotive investment in the country's history, as Ottawa offers billions in financial aid and incentives to car makers to put their EV factories in Canada.
Honda is making Canadian automotive history. With this announcement, we will be investing to create Canada's first comprehensive electric vehicle supply chain from start to finish. In Canada, our target is that 100% of all light-duty cars and passenger truck sales be zero emission by 2035.
Last month, Honda also signed a partnership with domestic rival Nissan to join forces and work together on electric vehicle technology. The Japanese manufacturers are respectively the country's second and third largest car makers. The agreement will help both companies to cut costs as they try to compete in the EV market.
We need to be speedy from now on. The market has divided significantly. I have said repeatedly, for different markets, we can't do business the way we used to. It will not lead to growth.
Currently, Tesla holds the lion's share of the market with close to 20%, followed by China's BYD with a little over 17%. And now, as the race to the top is about to reach dizzying speeds, only one question remains: who will emerge victorious in the battle for EV supremacy? Omer Bakkaloglu, TRT World.
Now let's get more on this from Tom Voage. He's Director of Public Policy at GRS Service. Thank you for being with us today. So, first of all, can you drive us through the global competition landscape when it comes to electric vehicles?
Well, it has changed massively recently. If you would have asked me less than a year ago, I would have still said it's pretty much Tesla versus the rest of the world. Less than a decade ago, it was Tesla appearing on the global scene with their own charging infrastructure and all of that. And it's been them against the legacy car makers who seem to be swinging between head in the sand and quickly putting their own models on the market. But less than a year now, it's, people say, the elephant in the room. I always say it's the panda in the room. It's China, China, China. It's suddenly Chinese domestic car brands and a large number of them. So there are some like BYD that has been around for a while, but also completely new ones, completely innovative solutions on the market, and China extremely quickly scaling up the amount of electric vehicles in their fleets, and them now arriving on our doorsteps with large transport ships, bringing them to us, and some fear flooding the market with unfairly cheap, but admittedly pretty good, very innovative products. So it has changed a lot. It's now really China and the rest of the world, including Tesla, playing catch up.
Is this, as you say, only China, 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 or do you think countries like Japan and South Korea possibly may also be able to compete in the near future alongside other countries? Although we know it's very difficult to compete in the sector, EV companies, in fact, are already cutting prices. How difficult will it be to compete for countries that are not China nor the US?
I think it will be very difficult. I think there are clear parallels to the 70s and 80s when Japan pretty much took over consumer electronics and to a large degree cars then at some point as well. So we certainly see car brands disappear. That is something in the worst case that could here happen too, certainly a consolidation of the market. And exactly what you were reporting before, new alliances, trying to look at better supply chains, getting better access to the critical minerals required for it. All of those are investments into a future where you're trying to lower your prices for EVs, for EV batteries, and to become more competitive. So we are seeing this struggle starting, certainly, but only time will tell what will happen in how far these products will be successful in the European, in the Western market. That is something at this point we can't really say yet, but certainly there's a large.
Tom Bode, thank you very much for being with us. Thanks for your analysis.